Hello everyone, and welcome to night 2 of Horror Month for this channel. And tonight, I'll be playing a game called God's Basement. Now, based off of the store page, this is a narrative-driven horror game where you go around an office solving puzzles and pretty much just looking around. It's primarily a walking simulator. Now, you're probably wondering why I've added this game for my Horror Month. And mainly it's because it was on sale for roughly around $3. So I had a really good deal. And the fact that this game was considered very good. People loved the story, the atmosphere, and the sound design and graphics, they said were pretty good. Top notch. So I wanted to check this out. I didn't feel like doing anything action oriented for tonight, so a walking simulator is scary enough for me. So I'll walk around, I'll do things, and maybe get spooked along the way. Don't mind the cursor. I've actually opted to use my gamepad, but apparently they still have the controls and keyboard. But I think I remember the keys. The buttons, I guess. Press the interact key to use objects. The default key is E, but you can change the controls in the pause menu, blah, blah, blah. If you get stuck or you're not sure what you're supposed to do, use the hints found in the pause menu. A hint is automatically given if you stay inside an area for more than 3 minutes. So it's not happening yet because this is the very first room. There was actually no main menu aside from the configuration page. It just plopped me into this room. So that's why we're starting off like this. Yeah, A button is definitely the interact. So I'll just gonna go ahead and get started. Love the fan. I have one of these in the bedroom because our AC bill is through the roof. No, not AC. My electricity bill is through the roof. So we're turning off our AC a lot more often. Welcome to the afterlife. Congratulations, you're dead. Don't worry, we still love you. Here's a trophy, you deserve it. Where are you exactly? You can call this place God's Basement. Wondering where everyone is? You'll meet them soon enough. One last thing, you can't leave. Well, yeah, I tried that. Oh, look, there's a menu after all. It just wasn't there when I booted up the game. It'll probably show up the next time I boot up the game, though. Load chapter. Oh, I see. So this is how it worked. This is the main menu. Okay, that's really cool. So I'm guessing these are actually achievements in the game. I want to double check that. Can we say that? Is that what it is? No. There are different achievements. I wonder if these are just different endings to the game. I don't think it would be. By the way, this game, according to the internet, is roughly around 3 hours, maybe even more if you take your time. So I might be splitting this up into separate videos, but I will do my best to record other horror games so that I can keep up with the horror month. So I'll just go ahead and just start a new game before I lose my train of thought. And slowly fade to black. Now again, I don't know much about this game. I don't know if jump scares are abound, but I will warn you just right now, if there are any jump scares in this game, beware. That's my only warning. The game didn't freeze, did it? Oh, there we go. Oh, you scared me for a second. So I'm gonna try to keep the commentary down a bit because this is a story-driven narrative. So I want to try to let the game do the talking. but I will blurt out whatever I need to say when the time comes. I just immediately saw this and picked it up. Name, James Young. Status, deceased. Date of birth, March 9th, 1997. God's Basement ID. Cause of death not available. Date of death not available. James Young was raised by his grandmother for most of his life. And that's it. And I can't seem to rotate it anymore. However, the more you try to rotate it, the longer it takes to rotate back. So I guess they update the orientation despite it not moving. All right. I should probably answer that.
Hello, and welcome to God's Basement.
Achievement unlocked. Hello.
Individuals such as yourself. I realize that you may be a bit confused at the moment, but don't worry. Everything will be explained soon. You might not be able to remember everything about your past just yet, but those memories will return soon. You might be wondering who else is here, but you'll meet the inhabitants of God's basement soon enough. I know that I might seem suspicious, but for now, I'm going to need you to trust me. Whenever you're ready, exit the room and keep walking until you find the room with the blue light. From there, I'll provide further instructions. Also, if you see or hear anything strange or unusual, ignore it to the best of your ability. I'll talk to you once you reach the designated area. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, I guess. By the way, I'm very tall. Or the desks are very short. Alright, may as well just follow along. I wonder if it's something like Stanley Parable and you can just ignore what the guy on the phone says. I don't think it's that kind of game, though. Oh, so I was James Young. I wonder how I died, though. Sarah Young, Kevin Young, Neil Young. All right. Whatever you want, game. Whatever you want to do. Nothing. I wonder if there's any collectibles to pick up. I don't think there is. Oh, use. I think the use object is V? No, it's Y. This is it? I thought there was a little more to it, but can't seem to turn it off, though. It's just on. Oh, here we go. We're gonna have to hear that in the back. Oh god, it's in the back of my... Oh, it's like it's jamming into the back of my skull. This sound. A fatal accident that occurred last weekend is currently being investigated. Reports say that an elderly couple, along with their infant grandson, were driving along an interstate highway when their driver lost control. The vehicle swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. The driver, a retired elderly man by the name of Frank Young, was killed in the accident along with his infant grandson, Kevin Young. The only survivor of the crash, Margaret Young, is in stable condition. Rumors suggest that alcohol might have been involved in the incident, but there is insufficient evidence to properly conclude the suspicion. Was it suspicion? Yeah. Alright, so we'll be dealing with a lot of heavy storylines here. Oh, yeah. So my brother and my grandfather died. So I guess this will update every time I hear about my family's death. Guess I'll go back in here. So I think it's one of those situations where I walk back and forth until something happens. Now, I know I died, but how did I die? That is the question. The music's starting to get a bit loud. I might turn it down. Look at my little cursor. Yay! Give me a second here. It doesn't have to be super quiet, but it does. I just don't want it to hurt my ears when something loud happens. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want it loud either. Pretty sure you all don't want it either. Okay. We should be good to go. Oh. The music changed and the bunny changed positions. Something must be new in here. This didn't change. There are no new items from what it looks like. Can't interact with that. I think I just need to leave and come back. Oh! Da-da-da-da. New key. That was pretty easy. I was also told that some of the puzzles are pretty frustrating. So I'll have to keep in mind about that. Whoa, what's this? God's basement! God's basement needs a hammer, apparently. Man with godly power. A being with infinite power requires tools. Right, removing barricade.
You are new to God's basement. Trust the operator. He will guide you.
Oh, so he's the operator. Trust in the operator. I'm sure he won't lead you into hell. Yeah. What's that? Oh. I'm gonna guess that's Margaret. I'm gonna guess you're Margaret. How did I see that coming? Hi. Don't worry, I'll be right with you. All right, never mind. All right, Margaret doesn't seem to want to talk to me right now. I'm going to guess it's Margaret. Here we go.
I see you found your way to the blue room.
Very blue.
You didn't have too much trouble finding it. By the way, I forgot to mention who I am. Just call me the operator for now. It's not an official name, but I find it quite catchy. You're making great progress so far. We've been having some issues with the lights recently, so you'll need a flashlight. There's one in the next room on a table, next to a radio. It'll be quite handy in the upcoming areas. I know that this may not be what you expected, but the truth is, there are many versions of life after death, and God's basement is one of them. Thank you for trusting me. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. Once again, if you run into anything suspicious or strange, ignore it to the best of your ability. I'll talk to you again in the next room after you've retrieved the flashlight. Good luck.
All right, so ignore anything suspicious. I'm sure that is very possible for me. that's suspicious. I'm going to ignore it. All right, never mind. Guess we're gonna go in. Just pick up the hammer for self-defense. Okay, dear mother, sorry I haven't been answering your calls. I know it wasn't your fault, but losing Kevin and Dad has taken a toll on all of us. I think Sarah and I just need some time to grieve and accept what happened. Take care. Hey, Mom, I know you lost the love of your life, but we need time to grieve on our own. I'm sorry. Huh? I guess I was supposed to be scared by something, but I didn't notice it. If you haven't noticed, sometimes I kind of like miss out on jump scares. And, just, I don't get spooked at all.
I see you found a flashlight. Past this door, things can get quite dangerous. Your memories from your past life are still probably blurry, but they'll start coming back shortly. For the time being, make your way down through the hallway. I highly advise you not to spend too much time looking around. If anything makes an attempt to get your attention, ignore it to the best of your ability. If you see anything or anyone approach you, do whatever is necessary to avoid contact with that entity. Most importantly, do not, I repeat, do not acknowledge their existence. If you follow these guidelines, you should be just fine. Give me a minute or two to unlock the door. Once the screen shows that it is unlocked, you may proceed. I'll see you again soon. Good luck.
All right, just ignore anything that wants my attention. I can do that. So no matter what comes at me, I'm just going to plug my ears, close my eyes, and go la 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 la. Guess I just wait. Okay. I thought that was someone else's footsteps, but it's my own. Boy, this is a very awkward silence, isn't it? I wonder if I'm supposed to be walking around while I wait. I don't think I'm meant to, but I'm just going to try anyway. Oh, that was weird. I thought I saw something. I would love to close this door. What the heck am I waiting for? Music's getting a bit louder. It's starting to get very loud, actually. Was this always like this? Oh, goody. Just gonna do that now. Just remember, they don't exist. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. They don't exist. They are out of sight, out of mind. Out of mind, out of sight. The door is opened again. I don't like that. God did not forgive me. I'm sorry, God. I'm sorry, God did not forgive you. Okay, I forgot. You're not supposed to look at them or acknowledge them. Did you just float? You just slid through the floor. Alright. I'm sure it's fine.
In other news, a car crash resulted in the death of a grandfather and an infant child. Authorities reported that the car swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. The only survivor was the grandmother of the infant child. Although she suffered major injuries, she is currently in stable condition. Authorities also reported that the grandfather was driving the vehicle and that alcohol might have been involved in the incident.
Okay, so they're repeating the same story that I've read. Nothing new, but why did she say God did not forgive me? That's great. Oh, okay. Move on. Next room. There doesn't seem to be any save points, so I'm guessing there's no like creature that will come and kill you and have you and make you reload the game. They never answered any of my letters or my calls. I waited an eternity to hear the sound of their voices. I don't know what that means. Can't just say things like that. Of course. Operator says I should ignore you. So I'm going to do that. I don't want to hear that. I don't think I need to move to another room yet. Okay, so she stopped crying. Now something spooky will happen. Keep walking back and forth until a spook occur. Maybe this isn't the right way? Come on. Maybe I need to go back out here. I don't think that's the case. Maybe if I keep interacting with things. Alright, she's just gonna cry on the phone again, so maybe if I ignore it instead, do what the operator says, he might let me go. There could also be an item I need to pick up. Achievement unlocked. Why won't you pick up? I don't wanna. There we go. Yeah, that was the answer. So the operator just specifically said, don't acknowledge their existence, just ignore them. And it will help you move on. So the operator is on our side. I mean, he's a neutral party, but he's still on our side. So whatever he says has to be the truth. At least for now. All right, God's Basement level 2. Dear Mother, hey, I know it's been a while since we last saw each other, but I want to let you know that the delivery was successful. It's a perfectly healthy boy, and we've named him James. He's absolutely adorable, and I can't wait for you to meet him. Take care. So Kevin and James died before the main character was born.
Through in one piece. Whatever you saw might have jogged your memory a bit, even though all of it occurred before you were born. Your parents, Neil and Sarah Young, had a son named Kevin. Your grandparents were looking after him when an unfortunate incident occurred. After losing their only son, your parents decided it would be best to create
that hurts
some
my eyes.
distance between your grandmother. Although she tried her best to seek their forgiveness, the grief they felt was too painful. For a long time, they stayed out of contact with your grandmother. After a few years, they had you, James Young. They still were quite distant with your grandmother, possibly afraid the same incident might happen again. I don't want to bore you too much with those details. There is something I require from you. For you to unlock more of your memories, you need to go deeper into God's basement. To do that,
You gotta go deeper,
you
Leo.
need to retrieve a security card to get past the door to your right. Fortunately, there is one down the hallway to your left. Just follow it all the way down, past the area with the red lights, and it should be in a storage room filled with shelves. Once you retrieve it, bring it back and slide it across the panel next to the door. I know you still have your suspicions, but I swear all your questions will be answered. Once you have a complete understanding of your past life, I'll tell you what God's basement really is, but you have quite some ways to go. Keep doing exactly as I say. And one last thing, good luck.
I'm gonna say it's purgatory. God's Basement is purgatory. Because they have you doing these menial tasks. I'm calling it right here. Alright, so now there's the red light. What's this? What these do? I guess, oh. She's there too. Am I supposed to not walk into her? Entry number 3. Last night I had a dream. I was walking towards my son and his family. They looked so happy together, and I yearned to be a part of it. As I kept walking, they kept shrinking, becoming more and more distant. Even as I increased my pace, the space between kept exponentially increasing until they disappeared. I haven't seen them since the accident. My son writes to me every now and then, but will never answer any of my calls. I haven't heard his voice in years. They recently had another child, an adorable baby boy. I desperately wish to see him. My son wrote to me saying that he couldn't wait for us to meet. I pray that he keeps his word. Oh no. Alright, so as the story goes, they don't blame, it doesn't seem like they blame Margaret for the death of their child and father. But Neil still, didn't feel comfortable around Margaret, believing that whatever happened to Neil could easily happen to James if Margaret stayed with him. I don't know why. I don't know if Neil suspects anything from Margaret. Anything bad? Or maybe that's just an inkling that he gets. We'll have to wait and see. So what am I gonna do here? Obviously, I need to hit some buttons. Let's see. Maybe it goes by numbers here? Like 1, 3, 5? There are 6 buttons. What? No? Maybe it goes by 2? That didn't seem to work. It's weird. What is this for? I probably have to find the answer somewhere. There's probably a clue. Gotta keep looking. This one's staying on. Wait, that one's staying on. Why is that? So what did I do here differently? So that one stays on when I press it. Maybe it is a combination. It can't be trial and error kind of thing, right? It is. Look, they stay on now. So I guess I just have to guess? Achievement unlocked, genius. I don't feel like a genius. I felt like I just hit buttons until something happened. Okay, whatever you say. Hopefully Grandma's not there anymore. It's time to find the thing. I'm guessing it's in the area where there's lights. One of these shelves has the key. Which is it? I bet it's somewhere obvious. I don't see it. Oh, there, I found it. Grab. Achievement unlocked. Found it! Is there going to be a jump spook? That is a jump spook. I'm going to leave. No, I'm good, Grandma. You can stay over there. Lovely. Lovelier. Dear Mother, how have you been? It's been pretty hectic over here balancing family and work. Without you, James is about half a year old now and he's growing healthily. I have some bad news. I might have to relocate to another state because of my job in the next few months. I don't know for sure yet, but there's a high probability of the relocation. I know I promised to let you see your grandson, and I really intend to let you see him. But it's difficult to find the time. I'll keep you updated on everything. Sure. I'm sure that's the reason. Man, I feel so sorry for her. It's not even her fault that this happened.
In other news, a car crash resulted in the death of a grandfather and an infant child. Authorities reported that the car swerved off the road and crashed into a tree. The only survivor was the grandmother of the infant child. Although she suffered major injuries, she is currently in stable condition. Authorities also reported that the grandfather was driving the vehicle and that alcohol might have been involved in the incident.
Okay. You're just right there, huh? Are you gonna... You can leave now. I get it. You're Margaret. Say no more. You are forgiven. You are forgiven. You can now rest in peace. Away from me. Yeah, I read the note. It's so unnerving. I don't like being watched like this. I'm like spinning around. I'm flashing the light at her. I think this is the frustrating part of the game. But I know for sure that there's going to be some jump spooks in here. Oh, I know what it. I bet I know what I need to do. I bet I need to zoom in. I'm not going to turn around and she's going to be there, right? How's that coming from? The box? Oh! Kevin? Is that Kevin? Achievement unlocked. What's inside the box? Okay. Or maybe that's supposed to be baby me. I couldn't. There's no way I would be in a box. Would I? Would I be put into a box? Care to explain? I'm sure you'll explain it later.
James, it has been some time since I've last seen you around. By now, you should have some idea of the history between your grandmother and your parents. After the accident occurred, there was extreme tension between them. It was understandable given the context of the situation. Your parents wanted some space due to the grief they were experiencing. Your grandmother, dealing with the guilt and loneliness, longed for support and forgiveness, something your parents did not grant.
No, they did not.
I promise we'll get to your part of the story soon. To satisfy your curiosity for a bit, I'll tell you a small truth about God's basement.
It's very messy. I have not cleaned it in
God's
weeks.
basement is a place to reflect on your past life. That statement might be a bit broad, but I'll tell you more as you continue your journey.
Purgatory.
As for this area, there seems to be a locked door with a keypad. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I'll see you around soon. Good luck.
All right. I hope that's the end of Margaret's story and I don't have to hear from it anymore, right? Oh, here we go. 1. Can I pick that up from here? No. 2. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Hey, there's a keypad. Ah, it's fine. I'm sure there's something you can find to help you. This game will not hold your hand. Oh, there we go. And there's 6. The heck? I'm just gonna close this door. But here's the key code. Achievement unlocked, hacker. I doubt that's what it meant. What is that noise? That's not me, right? Oh, that is me. I feel like there was like someone else doing the thumping. Oh. Getting a bit paranoid here. Lights are flickering a bit. That's not going to help. So it looks like zooming into things kind of triggers something. That's what I'm trying to do. So what are these pieces of paper actually for? There has not been any indication of what the rest of the paper does. There doesn't seem to be anything to use on. Let me head back. There we go. What does this say? Dear son, it's been a couple of months since I've received a letter from you. I was just curious about James. How's my grandson doing? When will I get to see him? I've been so lonely lately. You said in your last letter that you'd let me see him and that you would keep me updated. But I'm sure you're very busy with your career along with raising your child. Please just don't leave without telling me. I might just die of heartbreak if I don't get to see all of you before you leave. Oh my God. Neil, you got to talk to your mom. She does not deserve this. All right. So I read the letter. We learned a little bit more. But what else is there? I don't think there's anything else in here, right? I would have known otherwise. All right. Yeah, so there's nothing else here. Whatever I need to do in here. Oh, here we go. Can I see him? Let me see my grandson. Let me see my grandson, Bunny. Yeah, that's the knocks on the door. Uh-huh. Can I close this door? Don't be coming this way. Do not come charging down this door. I bet I'm gonna look through that. Is there gonna be a jump spook? Oh? Jump spook? Oh, hi there. You're there. Yeah, that's you. She's just staring at me. I don't think I'm supposed to stare at her like that. I guess it doesn't matter. I have to look at her. All right. Jump scare. Coming in. Yeah? Oh my God, it's still not over. I don't want to look at it anymore. I don't want to hear that. No? No, I'm good. I wish to leave. I wish to leave. No, I don't want this. You can't make those noises. The hell? Car? What? Sirens? Police sirens? What the hell did you do? I don't see anything, but I don't want to go closer. Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm good. What the hell did she do? No, you do not do this. No, you don't. No! No, you don't need to do that. No. No, I'm fine. I'm sorry about what happened to your husband and your grandson. Don't need to come talk to me. I'm sure all you need is a hug and not rip me to... Ah! Wow, what a crazy nightmare. I'm glad that none of that ever happened and I didn't die for some inexplicable reason. That's not grandma related. Couple brutally murdered. What? By William Miller. Brutal crime scene emerged this weekend within a quiet suburban neighborhood. Two victims, Neil Young and Sarah Young, were viciously stabbed by an unknown assailant. The two parents leave an infant son behind. Authorities do not have the lead, and it was reported that each victim was stabbed over 30 times, resulting in the faces of the victims to be heavily distorted and mangled. Brutal crime has shocked the community. Oh no, she did. Her own son and daughter-in-law. Oh my god. Also, I am trapped.
James, I hope you're okay. That looked like it probably hurt. Good news is, this room looks relatively safe. I also have some more good news. You're going to be exploring your early childhood memories.
Great!
For the most part, you were raised by your grandmother.
Of course.
A good chunk of your memories have manifested themselves in the form of journal entries. Read those carefully as they represent your thoughts and emotions at the time. You probably thought you'd be stuck in that dimly lit, creepy office area forever. At least you're getting a change of scenery. God's basement tends to manifest itself in an unusual way. The more you remember about your childhood, the creepier things can get. Remember when I asked you to ignore anything unusual? Well, that was just a joke. It's obviously there for a reason.
Oh, screw you then.
The only reason I said that was to frighten you. I find it quite amusing.
And you wanted me to trust you.
Probably wrap this monologue up. Find more about your past. And one last thing. Good luck.
Remember what I told you to trust me? Well, you probably shouldn't have. That was the most hilarious thing I've ever seen. Remember the time that old lady ghost twitched and sped at you rapidly? That was great. Oh, it looks like I can read this now. I already read it. It shocked the local community. That's what the word was. It looks like there might be more to this room. Oh, here we go. There wasn't any words on it before. Can you hear it? White noise, the sound of silence. That's not silence. That's annoying. Very annoying sounds. Can you, like, stop? Okay, there might be more to this room. see here. Oh! Something else is there now. Is that my door? Huh. All right. So memories of my childhood. As an adult, of course. Grandma has been acting strange lately. She seems to be very forgetful and misplaces a lot of her belongings, like her car keys and medication. It was my birthday last week, but I think she forgot that too. I'm going into middle school pretty soon, so I'm a bit nervous about that. I hope she starts getting better soon. Well, she is starting to get up there in her old age. Wouldn't be surprised if she forgets some things. Also, there's no door here. I'm pretty sure that's not by design. Grandma is acting strange again. Recently, I've been finding random letters on all the pictures and paintings we've hung up. There's always one red letter randomly drawn inside the painting. I asked her about it, but she said she doesn't remember writing the letters. Oh, hold on. Oh, I thought that was a red letter for some reason. Yeah, there's nothing written on it. So the paintings... Are there more paintings? Those are weird paintings. I guess she wanted to remember what the sky looked like. Oh, here we go. Red letters. I see an M. I wonder what I'm supposed to find. Let me see. Maybe I need to stare at it. Oh yeah, it comes on there too. So it'll update itself every time I stare at it. Any up there? So I'm guessing they'll just appear. So there's M. No. No. Ah. E. Let me look at the bottom ones first. Those are the easiest to spot. Of course, I could just stare intensely into each picture and it'll work, but I want to be thorough. Maybe there are paintings upstairs? There are. Some of them. There are paintings here? There are. I may have to take these into account too. Nothing. Alright, so I probably missed it somewhere. So maybe intensely glaring at them will be the best plan. Oh, there was a letter here, but I never saw it. What was it? A U. Would it even be on the paintings up there? I wouldn't imagine the grandma just writing letters up the walls like that, like her climbing up the walls physically just to write letters. No? There it is, R. Oh. The paintings change a bit. So whenever there's a letter, the painting is slightly off. Well, some of them are. You. You? You. Come on. Not letting me get it. Did I get bugged? I think this was supposed to be the U that was supposed to be on here, but I kind of didn't stare at it correctly. I hope that's the case. Yeah, there's more. Okay. Oh. I wonder what it spells. Would it be a murder?
In other news, last weekend, a brutal crime was committed in a quiet suburban neighborhood. The two victims were a young couple, recently turned parents, that were viciously stabbed while sleeping inside their bedroom. Authorities reported that the bodies were mutilated to the point of being unrecognizable. The two also left behind an infant son. Currently, there are no suspects or leads as to who committed the murder, but authorities are adamantly investigating the situation.
I'm sure it was nobody that was, oh, I don't know, within the family it was turning crazy. That would be ridiculous. Well, isn't that right, grandmother, who I love so much and wouldn't do anything to hurt me? Something really strange is happening with Grandma. She doesn't seem like herself. She feels very distant and less lively. She doesn't enjoy talking as much as she used to. She seems very quiet, like she's always thinking about something. Unfortunately, her habit of forgetting things isn't getting any better. She frequently forgets to take her medication, so I have to remind her very often. I hope her condition improves. Oh boy. So my guess is that from her old age, she's starting to become a lot more filled with guilt, if that's the right word, from doing the deed. I hear something. White noise? So it's coming back to haunt her. And that mixed with welcome home. That mixed with her old age and going senile, it's driving her insane. Huh? Grandma? It was staring at something. Grandma? Now I'm standing here. I'm standing in the corner just like that. Just like in the movies. Entry number... Oh. Achievement unlocked behind you.
Mother has been acting strange. I've been waking up in the middle of the night hearing her crying. I usually find her pacing back and forth aimlessly. She usually won't even notice I'm there until I make my presence known. After she notices me, she gives me this blank expression, then walks away back into her bedroom. Sometimes I'll press my ear against her door, and I'll hear a distorted version of this classical song she always listens to. Although these incidents are rare, they still creep me out.
Oh, fuck, she
It
moved.
happens about once every few months. Hopefully she gets better.
Alright, I'm gonna turn around. She's not gonna be there, right? Grandma? Oh my goodness. Welcome home, welcome home, welcome home. Welcome home. I feel very welcomed, Grandma. Thank you. Close door. No need for pleasantries, Grandma. And we're back to this. Cool. I love this. I love these rooms. These crossroads rooms. I hate this. I'm entering my first year of high school. I'm pretty nervous about it, but excited at the same time. My grandmother was recently diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Oh, God, I'm so sorry. The diagnosis didn't really faze her. She seems a lot less lively these days, just listening to the radio or TV most of the time. I try to talk to her about current events and casual topics, but her responses are more bleak and dull than they used to be. Oh, I wouldn't describe her aura as depressing or gloomy. A more precise word would be hollow or empty. It's almost as if a part of her has drifted off somewhere and has yet to return. She would have episodes like this before, but the frequency and length of the episodes seem to be increasing. Yeah, she's getting worse and worse. I get it. I get it. So long as she doesn't jump at me. So it looks like I just walk around. Yeah, everything starts looping around. But I just gotta remember where I went. The letter's gone. Okay, so it's one of those where it has subtle changes every time it loops. Today I landed a part-time job tutoring my neighbor's kid. I can't get a real job yet since I'm only 14, but at least this will give me some kind of income. Regarding my grandmother's health, there have been no major changes. She remains uninterested and perpetually distant wherever I interact with her. Something kind of strange happened today. I caught her having a conversation with the radio. The thing is, the radio was off the whole time. She was arguing back and forth with it, as if it was a real human being. Something along the lines of, I didn't murder my own 2 children. Stabbed them 30 times each. It kind of reminded me of the crazy people you have to deal with when taking public transit. It's kind of messed up that I found it just a tiny bit funny. I'll probably be sent to hell for laughing at it. And I think I'm in there now, but I couldn't help it. I have a sick sense of humor. I love her to death and it pains me to see her deteriorate like this. I hope she gets better. Did the music just change? Don't change the music like that while I'm reading. Oh, here we go. James, I'm sorry to bother you, but I misplaced my keys somewhere. Can you please find them for me? Just place them next to this note once you found them. Alright, I'll help you, Grandma. I certainly didn't put it somewhere where you'll easily get stabbed. Achievement unlocked. Key finder. Grandma? Grandma? Are you approaching me, Grandma? Grandma? Are you gonna jump out somewhere? Are you lost? I'm a bit lost. Just a tiny bit lost. Oh, it's dark. Let me look back here. Nothing out of the ordinary. Let's go back. Go back to where the light is. No. 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 Wait, no. Oh, here we go. Last night I caught my grandmother staring at a painting in the middle of the hallway. It was in the middle of the night and her eyes were locked into the picture. It was kind of eerie seeing her entranced by it. I'm getting goosebumps, man. This sound, this what do you call it? Ambience is really getting under my skin. It was kind of eerie seeing her entranced by it. After staring at it for at least half an hour, she walked off casually. I took a closer look at the painting and it was completely blank. It was literally a blank piece of paper she was staring at. At least I have some good news. I earned a raise from my tutoring job, and I've started tutoring other neighbors' kids, so I can earn more money. Yay. Yeah, I just wrapped up my first year of high school, so I'm glad I'll have something to keep me busy throughout the summer besides taking care of my grandmother and acknowledging her existence. Piece of paper. Oh God, please tell me it's over. I'm pretty sure these had paintings in before. Was I wrong? There I go. I wish to leave. Close and open. I hate the ambience here. I really hate it. All right, maybe that's the clue. Let's just stare at it. Piece of paper. Maybe it's one of the other ones. He never what? He never, I guess I have to go in order. Forgive. Will you forgive? What? Wait a minute. He will never forgive you. He will never forgive you. Time to run back to the hallway. I don't want to be here anymore. I would... No. No. Okay. I think I know where I need to go. Grandmother? Grandmama? I heard you. Oh. Grandma? Grandma? Oh, another hallway. Why are there so many hallways? Stare! Nothing. me. Can I just end this? End the segment, please? I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of plates breaking. I dashed out of my room to see what was happening. I saw her in the kitchen, repeatedly trying to carry a plate from the kitchen to the dining room. While walking over to the dining room, she would drop the plate and repeat the process. I walked over to her and guided her back to her bedroom. I set up a small barricade so she wouldn't be able to get out so easily. She could have really hurt herself. Maybe I should just set up a barricade so she doesn't get out of her room at night. I'm in the middle of my second year of high school right now, and it's been really hard balancing school, friends, and taking care of my grandmother. Oh, poor you. Most of the time, I have to turn down social events because I have to stay home and make sure she doesn't do anything crazy. Oh, if only I didn't care about family. Sound of plates breaking. That must be a clue. Maybe there's another thing I need to look at. Oh, like that. I should look at those. Grandma. They're fragile. You shouldn't be doing that. This is open. All completely dark. Because why not? Oh. Oh, that's not fair. Look at how... That's so dark. Oh, okay. This is starting to get me on edge. I hate this. I hate this. I so hate large dark rooms. Okay, this is different. Achievement unlocked, rocking chair. Because, yeah. Dimly lit room. What could possibly go wrong? Please turn off. Oh, it stopped. In this place, he does not... To hell? God is not present. No one will help you here. Hell is here. Hell is here. Okay. Yeah. I already knew Grandma was in hell, but I didn't know James was. Hi, Grandma. Are you gonna do the thing where you jump at me? You know what? I don't care. Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm ready. I'm not backing away from my computer. I'm not backing completely away from my computer with my headphones off, waiting for screams. I'm a big boy. I'm a big brave boy. See, I'm a big boy. Yep. That's me. Oh my God. I gotta say, they're nailing this. I'm actually very surprised by the amount of work they put into this. And just so you know, this is just from the Unity engine. So it's not like super complicated engine. But good God. Oh, we're back here. I don't know how much else I'll play for tonight. I might be taking a break pretty soon. We'll see. Let's see if we can get through this segment at least. Stare. If all else fails, just stare. Okay, staring didn't work. Stare. Okay, staring didn't work, so this is probably not the room to go. Oh, here we go. I'm starting to worry about the future. Grandma's condition continues to get worse. Is she going to stay like this for the rest of her life? I hope not. What will happen if I have to leave for college? Who's going to take care of her? The way it is now, I can barely leave her alone for 2 seconds without her breaking something. I'm currently in my 3rd year of high school, so I still have a little bit of time to think about that. Hopefully I'll come up with a solution later. So, from what I understand now, James is starting to grow up. He has more responsibilities that he needs to do, but Grandma is keeping him held back. So I wonder if something happened during James's adolescence that might cause a rift between him and her. Looks like I'll need a hammer. The hell? Me going after the sounds, why not? I'm back here again. It looks like the hallway again. It's weird, I can't seem to move. Maybe there's another... Oh, another note. I just entered my senior year of high school. It's time to start thinking about what happens after high school. I recently applied for this scholarship. It would pay for basically all of my expenses, including tuition, room, and board, and everything else. My biggest issue right now is my grandmother. We don't really have any relatives or anyone to take care of her, besides me. Will I have to take care of her for the rest of her life? The answer seems to be yes. Her condition keeps getting worse and worse. I know this is selfish, but I feel quite bitter about this current situation. I keep having to make sacrifices for her sake. Hopefully I'll think of a solution sooner rather than later. So maybe he needs to think about maybe hiring a nurse. I mean, Huh. I mean, he has to think about what the hell is going on. Oh, is she coming this way? Grandma? So I'm guessing he had to he had to have done something for her. Whether maybe it's to put her in a nursing home or hire a nurse. Christ, I hate that noise. Is she behind me? Oh, never mind. I can't even unlock the door. Are you lost? How can you be lost if you have nowhere to go? Are you scared? Are you frightened? Are you without hope? Are you without God? I feel all of those things.
Are you lost? How can you be lost if you have nowhere to go? Are you scared? Are you frightened? Are you without hope? Are you without God?
All of the above. All of the above. More looping, more looping, more looping. And I can't close the door now. I'm guessing something will happen over here. I have great news! I was one of the recipients for the scholarship. There is a downside, though. I can only use it on certain colleges. The list they gave me are all too far away to commute on a daily basis from our house and the college, so I would definitely have to move. The problem there is that no one will be able to take care of my grandmother. I can't just leave her. She can't cook, or buy groceries, or do anything by herself. I'm practically her caretaker rather than her grandson. If I leave her, she'll probably wind up dead from starvation or some sort of accident. I feel like I don't have many options here. Shh. What is a young boy to do? What is a young boy to do with very little options? Oh, cool. Oh, wow. Okay, that was fast. Are you leaving me too? Oh! Achievement unlocked, knock knock. Who is there? I don't wish to answer. I just ran for this place. Now what? Needs hammer. Now I need a hammer. It's probably somewhere here. Hammer, hammer, hammer. I must continue the story. It's probably in one of these drawers. At least now I can open them. Oh, here we go. Oh, I found it. So, I'm guessing from the barricade scenes that... Did James barricade her in her room and left her to die? He couldn't have. Did you? James? James? Did you do a bad? Did you do an evil? feel like she's... Oh, here's... Oh, I found her. Grandma, you're out of your room. I freed you. You are free. Please don't run at me like you did last time. You did not. Okay, time to run. That time I was prepared. I was 100% prepared. All right. So that was fun. So we've learned a lot about what has been transpiring. So let's try to do a recap before I take a break from this for now. So we have James and Kevin Young both died from an accident, with Margaret surviving with serious injuries. Neil and Sarah, the two parents of Kevin, sort of blamed Margaret for it, even though it wasn't really her fault. They kept their distance from her, and at that point, she became mentally unstable. The grandmother, Margaret, from the guilt and the loneliness of losing both her husband and her grandson. And then James was born, this character. And despite how much grandmother wanted to see Margaret, how much Margaret wanted to see her new grandson, Neil and Sarah still could not forgive her, even though, so far, from what I understand, it's not her fault. And at the end of that scenario, Margaret, I would think allegedly, snuck into their home and stabbed her own son and daughter-in-law, and basically had custody of the child after that. So James has spent his entire childhood with Margaret, who was growing old and senile. At the same time, feeling incredible guilt, not just from, still from the loss of James and Kevin, because she still would have felt that. She had no one to console with her, but also for the murders. That's bubbling to the surface for her because of her mental instability. She's been slowly getting worse and worse. She got diagnosed with Parkinson's, and she's basically became someone who had to be watched 24/7. And James just could not accept that. He started to have a life now. He had a part-time job. He went through high school. He's got a scholarship. He wants to go to college, but he can't do that with his grandmother in the way. He had not many options left. So what is a young James to do? Now, there isn't really any answer that I can think of right now, but off the top of my head, my guess is based off of the hammer and the planks of wood that were on the door. I would think that James made the decision to lock her up, board her, and left her to die so that he can move on with his life. He didn't want to take care of his grandmother anymore. He wanted to be let free of that responsibility. And he certainly can't wait for her to die of old age, so that seemed to be the choice he made. Or at least that's what led to it. That's my guess, though. And like I said, God's basement is likely purgatory. But then it is God's basement, so this could just be hell. I will have to wait until I pick this back up for next week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see so far, go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to see more content on this channel like this, wouldn't hurt to hit the subscribe button. I'm very bad with my words right now. I'm going for the 10 subscriber count for this year, going double digits. I have a few months left, but I feel confident that I can make it. So if you think that you would like to see more, go ahead and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I would love your help. Until then, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you all next time. Take care, everyone.